This is my hangover shirt.
That's a good shirt.
I love this shirt.
How's the life?
Shirt? Here's to feeling good all the time.
Oh, is that? Yeah. Okay.
I believe it was Family Guy.
Yeah.
Do I conduct with my penis?
Do I conduct with my penis? I'm just gonna lean on the mic. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Lean on me
Ah.
when you're not strong. Anyways,
Alrighty.
Are we starting?
Yeah, let's kick this thing off.
fail.
Okay. I apologize for being hungover again. I can't do this not drunk or hungover apparently. So.
Well, it's the podcast. It's the reason we do this is to get together. Well, the original reason was to get together, drink, and hang out.
Yeah, but I wanted to not be hungover for this one.
The fact that it's 10 a.m. and I opened up a beer.
I suggested the 10 a.m. thing, so that's on me, man. That's fucking on me.
Yeah.
And Stefan.
All right, welcome to another episode of the Entertaining Stupid Podcast. My name is Buddy Jayson, and with me today are
Rheal.
Stefan, do we have names? Do we have like nicknames?
Do you want one? I just give me your nickname and I'll just superimpose it on top of you right now.
Feta.
Feta? All right, we got Feta.
My political
we have Feta.
Wow.
My political campaign, which I was quite proud of, is Ganari 2030, Feta together.
I'd vote for you.
That's what people said.
So it means nothing, but it sounds good.
Oh, like all
It's supposed to be
politics.
like- yeah.
It means
Yeah.
nothing, but it sounds good.
Feta together.
We finally got Stefan back on the
Do we make
podcast.
feta an acronym? Like females entering Tyrannosaurus's anuses?
I was going to say fruits eating transvestite. Oh, you already said anuses. Apples. Oh, anuses is way better. Fuck. Okay.
All right.
This is the rest of the podcast.
Yeah,
now.
This is it.
Cameras-
We
cameras
have
are-
a subject, but I'm here to derail it.
Of course.
As always.
I'm the ring.
Drag.
Like I just have to drag everybody back into line.
Every time on the podcast that you listen to, it's like, Jason, like, I want to come back to, okay, guys, I want to
Okay,
come
but
back.
the original topic.
It reminds me of Mr. Hart from, we can't say names. Whatever. Our drama teacher from high school going, Dan, don't rip Kevin's jeans. Dan, don't kick Cameron. Dan, what? Why would you do that? What? I don't understand why.
It's one of those, like, as a reasonable person, you're going, I never thought I'd have to tell someone to stop
Yeah,
doing this.
that's
But
exactly.
I mean,
just-
in
that's
Dan's
exactly it.
offense, Kevin's pants were asking for it.
Oh, they were so asking for
Who's
it.
dressed slutty?
You just love me some good victim blaming. That's my favorite thing to do.
There was a hole. I had to put something in it.
Actually, it was more Morrison than Dan. Actually, me and Morrison we tore those jeans apart.
Morrison with his big ass hands too.
I know, they're like full grown fucking carrots.
Oh my god.
What's the topic, Jason?
All right. Well,
Oh, that's what.
first off, I wanted to ask you guys how your Thanksgiving weekends went with your families, because that was just last weekend.
Yeah,
Right.
I kept it low key. We went to Brianna's parents sold a condo, which is sad because I fucking love that townhouse.
The condo?
The condo.
Oh, shit.
The stuff 70 people into the kitchen condo.
Good times.
So they finally sold it, and it was like a big weekend of like, we moved them out on Friday. Like, we took all the shit out. We had like a convoy go back to St. Brew. Did that. We went fucking fishing Saturday because last Saturday was amazing for whatever, October 10th.
There's usually the first snow by this
Yeah,
time,
it was crazy.
typically.
Or are you talking more up north, though?
It was a little more
I
up north.
remember-
It was
I
northeast,
I
but
feel like we've had a lot of Halloweens without snow.
It's
Or at least a
typically
couple.
right around Halloween
It's right-
is when it snows.
Halloween for sure. But we've definitely had.
We've had some snow.
Yeah, I remember when I played football, doing push-ups in the snow and like fucking hating my life.
Yeah. Or I'm thinking when we were trick-or-treating as kids, and my dad would drive behind us in the van, and it's like
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
piles
Yeah.
of snow on
See, that's like full
Dude,
blown.
piles of snow on Halloween.
Yeah,
Fuck.
but
You'd have to
last
run
Sat-
around with your costume and a winter jacket on.
yeah.
But last Saturday was fucking beautiful.
it's
Like it was amazing. We went fishing, and then we just did Thanksgiving with the immediate family, with Brianna's immediate family, because all the siblings came home, which is rare for everyone to get home. So yeah, that was me. How about you?
You did it right as he put the candy in his
And
mouth.
then you fucked a hamster. No, you put a hamster up your bum.
Bingo.
No, go on now that you're done chewing.
Because I was going out of town Sunday, we didn't normally we do them on Sunday, so we just did on Saturday, and we did have parents, siblings, okay, what is it called? Husband-in-law or
No, well, not.
DL?
No, we're gonna go with that. We're
gonna go.
Fuck off.
What's DL's husband? Your husband-in-law. Sure, say that. Go to work and be like, my husband-in-law.
By law, he's mine. What the
Did
fuck
he
is
give
it
you
called?
at least a goat if he's yours?
Payment, please.
Yeah,
What is it called?
it's your brother-in-law.
Oh,
But you know,
I like husband-in-law better.
the term brother-in-law is confusing as fuck because your wife's
Sibling.
wife's siblings are called brother-in-laws. Like if they're like Brianna's stepbrother Reed is my brother-in-law.
Right.
But also Jordy, so Brianna's sister Jordy, her husband is my brother-in-law too. Which actually in Greek there's different words like
Yeah.
to differentiate, which makes way more fucking sense.
Yeah.
Like God, it's so confusing.
Yeah.
In Chinese culture, if everything follows the main family line, we're all just brothers and sisters. So like,
get in here, brother.
I have if we go through all my cousins on my dad's side,
Yeah.
I have technically 6 other brothers and 1 other sister.
So you call cousins brothers?
If
And
they
sisters?
follow my dad's lineage,
What about your mom's lineage?
they were just cousins then.
What the fuck?
Wait. So if it's your,
Chinese culture is very very misogynistic.
so it's dad's side, but like his siblings, so it would normally be your cousins for us.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
for you, it's brothers and
But
sisters.
again, it all follows through the
Oh,
fathers,
man.
the dads.
yeah.
So my dad's brothers, all of their kids are my brothers and sisters.
God.
But my dad's sisters' kids are my cousins.
Huh.
That sounds confusing.
That's stupid.
Well, and then you get to the point where you're just like, oh, I have
Yeah,
10
and then,
brothers, and everyone's like, what the fuck?
And then we go even further, and then all of a sudden they have kids, and I'm technically their uncle or whatever, and it's like,
Wasn't
what?
that normal? Or would that be
What?
like second uncle?
That'd be your second. Like,
they're my second cousins.
they're your
fuck.
second cousins. No, they're your. If it's your
First cousins.
if it's your dad's siblings, they're your cousins. Your dad's siblings' kids are your cousins. Your dad's cousins' kids are your second cousins. Once removed.
Okay, see, that's like, you need a flow chart for that shit.
Actually,
ridiculous.
with Greece, why it sounds so like, oh my, I have a million uncles and cousins. They do fucking breed like field mice, or they used to. But it was because like my dad's cousin, I would call my uncle. Like I always call my uncle Lily in Greece. He's my uncle, but he's my dad's cousin, and his kids are my cousins. Actually, he doesn't have kids. Sorry, but my dad's cousin's kids you just call cousins because it's just fucking easier that way.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. Like your parents' siblings and your parents' cousins, like those are your uncles and aunties, and then their kids are just all your cousins.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
why label it? You know?
Yeah.
Why label it? Do we really need a label?
For procreation, yes.
I just don't like the label. I
Oh
don't
my
like,
God.
I don't like the
Yeah.
label.
Okay, so
look at this label.
back to your husband-in-law.
Back to your husband-in-law. Sorry, yeah, we went off
It's a
track.
good man.
This label.
Okay, so his brother-in-law, I guess. That's not even a good one.
Continue, right?
Continue,
That
Ray.
was even natural.
Continue,
too.
right?
That was just your regular self.
That was just me. Yeah, no, so them, so brother-in-law's mom. So what would that be then?
Oh,
Mother-in-law?
nothing.
Nothing.
She's
Just-
nothing. She's
just
dead to
nothing
you.
to me.
She's scum.
She's a nice lady.
She's scum.
And
No, I don't know what to call that.
I'm assuming it's
I
nothing.
would say DL's mother-in-law.
There you
That's
go,
what I
yeah.
would say. I'd say like Alexi, like with
Yeah.
my family, like Alexi's mother-in-law and father-in-law.
pushed all on her. It's her fault.
It is. She married into that shit.
You did this.
You did this. Yeah. So.
And then we did risk it and brought grandma along.
Ooh.
I was like, "You sure you want to do this, Ma?" And she goes, "She's been stir crazy, so
Yeah. How old's your grandma though?
I'm gonna go with like mid-80s."
Ooh.
So kind of up there.
Yeah.
But I have been staying away from the other grandma that's like 90s and of questionable everything.
Immunocompromised.
Actually, I think she's, well, no, she's sort of healthy. Sort of. But yeah, so, yeah, good supper on Saturday. The feast in the works, and it was pretty much like a typical Thanksgiving.
Turkey sucks though, hey?
We
don't like
had turkey
turkey?
and ham.
Yeah,
That's the way to
ham.
do it.
I'll eat ham all day.
Oh, I just love like
I'll
salty
go ham on
yeah.
ham.
Turkey with gravy, though. Like, throw
You
some
know,
gravy on there?
Honestly,
turkey-
it's just so dry all the time.
Yeah.
Mm.
And the thing about like having an Asian family is that they all prefer the dark meat.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
like they go all the dark meat, and then me and my brothers and my cousins are all just left with the dry ass white meat. And it's like,
Yeah.
The pathetic white.
yeah, you guys are pathetic.
Okay, so you guys do a turkey for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, well, we have started to do that. Before Thanksgiving was just a day off for us, and we would just get together and have maybe a bigger supper than normal. But ever since my cousin started to get married to white people and date white people, we've started
say
to.
that. You can't say that.
Why
No,
can't
he
I say
can.
I
that?
can't. You can't.
Anyone else can be racist against white people, and it's not racist.
All right. Well, that's
That's how it
And
works.
I'm gonna
like
go on a men's rights protest.
Oh, God.
No, I'm just kidding.
You know who's going to join that.
You.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So,
Jason.
it's fine. But like, yeah, we started to do that a lot more. So we had the whole turkey stuffing, mashed potatoes, and gravy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, we got my family and my cousins and stuff like that all together. So it was a bigger gathering. I think there was probably about 14 people all together.
Wow.
And I don't know if you guys notice it amongst your family, but like when we all sort of gather together for family gatherings, I've noticed that certain individuals really, really hold their own self-image to the rest of the family very important. So like they come up like it's all pageantry and stuff like that.
Yeah. To me, that's the last place. The last place you should give a fuck about what you look like or. It's where you should be your most self is with family. Because if you can't be yourself around your family, like what the fuck are you? To me.
Actually, I'd go against that. I would say with friends, not family.
Yeah, both. I guess both.
I
Like
guess,
your
but
closest friends and then
Yeah.
There's always a distinction. Like there are some things that I can say to you guys that I won't say to my family. Some things I'll say to my family that I won't say to you guys.
like the gerbil thing.
yeah, yeah.
We're looking for it, Stefan. We're looking.
I know where it is. I know where it is.
The last place we'll check.
You're gonna need a doctor to get that out.
Yep.
I don't know. Like that's so odd to me that
Okay, so you're talking like dressed up to the works, like
Kinda, or like they're kind of like really boasting about like when I ask them, hey, how you've been, or what you've been up to.
my
like-
accomplishments have been.
yeah.
like you're like are they your typical like Jewish mother like my son Donnie's a liar. And my other son Ishmael's a doctor. You should see him about that lump on your thigh.
Shit, what's a stupid ass doctor?
Dr. Nick?
No. I'm trying to think of like doctor of.
Proctology.
Oh no, like doctor of like acupuncture.
Yeah, where he's like
Doctor in the holistic,
He's
a
a doctor.
master's degree in like holistic arts. It's like a master's, really? A master's? It took you a master's. Oh, okay.
You must be a professional at it.
yeah. You better hang that on your wall.
I don't. Do you guys see that in your families?
No. No. It's like I said, and Jayson, you're perfect at picking subjects where I just go, yeah, I don't know. That's not the case with me, man. It's like been the last 3 is like, no, it's not the same.
Okay, for you, because we're kind of the same here, where it's not a big deal. It's like, have your parents ever done the whole like, oh, this child's doing well, and this child is doing
No,
whatever?
actually.
I'm trying to think, 'cause, like-
I'll give that to them actually.
Yeah.
That they don't. They
But I'm
my
trying to
mom
think.
definitely favored like Michael the youngest, but that's just a youngest thing.
Yeah.
But actually, no one's accomplishments are really thrown in people's faces. So,
But
I gotta give them that, I guess.
I'm trying to think through your brothers, but you have like accountants, engineers. Like, it's all good stuff. There's no
Yeah.
one guy who's a McDonald's manager in there.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that either.
No, but I'm just saying.
But I would
Like,
hope
it's
that
all
would be the
very
case.
reputable positions.
Yeah, professional, technically positions. Except
Yeah.
Alexi's journeyman in refrigeration, which is.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
But he was like, he's doing great and has done great with that.
So and so that'd be one of those, especially your dad would
and-
recognize, where it's like, this is still a good career.
If anyone actually no, they when he wasn't going to university, they gave him a hell of a time, and he was just so, man, was he ever right. They were like, you have to go to university, because you know how that goes in like parents' heads. They're like, you have to go to university, you have to fucking do this, and he said, nope, I'm just gonna work, and it was the end of the world. It was like, you're throwing your life away, and he went into refrigeration because he's like a more practical guy, and he's awesome at it. And it's like, he was fucking making $100,000 before anybody, and it's like, yeah, like that's what he's good at. Like, there's nothing wrong with not going to university, but that I feel like that is fading away now. That kind of thought.
I find at least with that thought is that if your parents immigrated to Canada, that's a bigger push.
because they never went to university, and it's like, I had such a tough time, so therefore I want you to do better, and this is the only way to do better.
Yeah.
I
See,
should
that
comment. I don't know Alexi's salary. I just threw that out there. He's doing
doing
well
well.
for himself. Is
Yeah.
why I threw out that 100. I don't know what you make, Alexi.
Tell me what you make.
Yeah, but like it was a big push for my parents to try and get me and my brothers to do university.
Yeah.
And my older brother didn't do it. He decided to just do a diploma, like a 2-year
Yeah.
program instead. And my parents weren't too happy about that. But then when I sort of went into university, it was like, yeah, Jayson's doing fantastic. He's going into the university. We're gonna give him all the resources that he needs, and
such bullshit.
to get him through all of that. And my little brother was questioning whether he wanted to go into it, and like it was a big push. He's like, look at Jayson, then follow his path and that kind of stuff. And it's like,
And then they look at Jayson, he's like, fucking raggedy t-shirt, drinking a beer.
Yeah. Student debt, bro.
yeah, but they were also very, very hard on us to get it done in the 4 years. Like,
Oh, really?
It's a 4-year program. Get it done.
Oh,
and then that way
who
you can
paid
get
for it?
huh?
Who paid for it?
Government.
Oh, so loans.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay.
So it's on the kids.
I was gonna say, like, parents honestly should have no say in the matter if you're paying for it yourself. But if they're paying for it and they're like, hey, fucking get your shit together, then I would understand that. That's why I asked that question.
Yeah, because like I think my brother flip flopped too. He went into engineering for 2 years, got sick of that, and went into computer science, and had to do another 5 years there. So
I get that though. Like,
I get it.
I understand the frustration as a parent if you're fucking paying for it, but if you're not paying for it, in any case, to figure shit out. Like I was lucky in that I just fucking knew what I wanted to do and I went and did it. But like, there are so many people that just like have to find, like, Brianna started in fucking engineering and didn't really know, and then went to biology because she knew she wanted something like that, and she fell into toxicology, like, whatever, 3 semesters later, and it was like, this is like perfect. This is exactly what she wants to do. Like, you don't always fucking know 100% what you want to do when you're 18. I think that's why like a year off would probably be would be a good choice for a lot. If you don't know, just take a year off. Or I know it's a waste of money, or kind of a waste of money, but you might need a year to figure that out. And whether you spend it in college or not, like, I don't know, that's up to you and who's paying for it.
Yeah.
That
Well,
money.
if you spend it in college, you're spending $20,000 to figure your year out.
And hopefully those credits can go to something. Like, hopefully you take things that you're like, a basic math and an English class, like, at the end of the day will fucking help with a bachelor's in something, right? It'll go towards it, so.
Yeah. Or you could spend it working, make a little bit of money, and try and figure it
Yeah.
out.
Well, like I said, though, when Alexi didn't go into university and took a year off and worked, it was like,
oh my
fucking,
god,
it was the end of the world. It was like, what?
Is he the oldest or
No,
second?
Theo is.
Okay.
Theo went into accounting.
Okay,
Or,
so it's like they
commerce.
already had the one that went.
They already
straight
had
to
the one who went
university.
straight into university.
Gotcha.
And then Alexi was just like, he was not a school guy. He fucking didn't like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is fair.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's just the parents pushing us to do other things.
Fucking immigrants, am I right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah!
Take our dirt.
And then another thing that I sort of, another thing I noticed while at family Thanksgiving was we were all hanging out, and I was like, or we were all hanging out for lunch before the Thanksgiving dinner, just me and the cousins. We're like, where's Kevin? And he goes, oh, I think Mom forgot to invite him. I was like, what? And like, okay, I get it. Maybe you think your son's a bit of a disappointment or something like that, but like,
Was that the reason why?
I mean, no.
Or are we assuming?
That's just me assuming, and like that's what the other cousin said too, and stuff like that. And it's like, come on, you gotta invite him. I mean, like,
yeah,
we're all family, we're all here together, and you forget to bring your son. Like,
that's weird. That's
up.
that's a low blow, man. It's a low blow. We always joke about that with Chris being the middle child, like how he's the worst and stuff. But it's just because it's fun. We don't actually mean it or do it. We don't actually exclude him. But your mom actually excluded the child that they didn't like that much.
yeah, it was my aunt, but
Your aunt, sorry, but still, that's fucked up.
that seems dirty, man.
Oh, I mean, like,
so
I
low.
don't
That would hurt.
I don't think she did it intentionally. She just got caught up in the weekend and just kind of forgot about certain things because, like, her other kids are a little more, I would say, important to her right now because they have grandkids or they have kids, and she wants to see her grandkids, right? I understand that. So, like, with her son, he's kind of just out there doing his own thing, and I guess, I don't know, maybe it fell by the wayside or something like that, and like the running joke in the family is that he's a disappointment to the rest of the family.
But that's what I was saying. Like, but that's like with Chris, it's a joke. It's like 100% a joke. But I don't think we've ever actually forgotten to invite him to something.
No, like, yeah, we were sitting there at lunch, like, I was like, so where is he? And he's like, oh crap, I think Mom forgot to invite him. I'm like,
How many kids does she have?
she got 3 kids.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, you can't even get lost in the shuffle. You
was
can't
gonna
even
say-
get lost in like the 14. There's
Yeah.
3.
I was like, our parents have 4, and we can usually keep track of 4.
Yeah,
Oy.
that's rough, man.
No, that's rough. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like,
forgotten.
I don't know. Yeah, she's so focused on the other 2 of her kids because they all have kids of their own, and she wants to
Yeah.
really spend time with the grandkids and stuff
Man.
like that. But like,
Parents go fucking nuts for grandkids.
Oh
yeah.
Shit.
Your sister's
Oh yeah.
kids.
How many do y'all have now?
Just one.
Oh yeah.
I think they want a second one, like maybe in a bit.
We should talk about your sister's reproductive things on this
They're
podcast.
working on it.
They're trying as we speak. Oh shit.
But no, Claire's a little cutie. But like my parents just go fucking nuts.
Yeah,
And, like,
once you get some grandkids in the picture, it's like. But I get it.
they just need the one, I think. Like they just need
They
one.
need
to
they need
focus
one
on. Like,
one thing to love.
and it's definitely not us. I mean.
Yeah. Well, you've passed your cute expiry like fucking 20 years ago.
You still live in their basement.
Yeah, they're really sick of you.
You have to deal with me all the time.
Yeah. And there's Ray.
Actually, I think my mom likes it because she vents on me. So
Oh yeah.
like, there's a lot of times before supper, I'll just come up like half an hour before supper and we'll just hang out and chat.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Oh, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah. Are you still sorry to get way off topic? Are you still looking for a house and all that shit? Interest rates are rock bottom.
Yeah. No, now it's a pretty
Now's a
damn
good
good
time.
time. The only thing is, again, I'm waiting on the position opening up, like a route opening.
Oh yes.
And there's one guy in Saskatoon that's talking like, oh, you might retire, but it's all talk, all bullshit. Mm-hmm. And there's one guy in North Balford that is a guaranteed next June, I believe.
You should kill Matthew
I could.
and take his position.
Let's go break his legs.
You could move into his house, pretend to be him.
Fuck
Marry
Ashley.
Ashley. I was gonna say Mary, but yeah. Okay.
Let Ashley peg me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's Stefan. Oh man, you've missed so many running jokes with the group here.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
we'll update you later, but
Yeah.
Sounds like I know exactly what's going on.
Dude, I
and
can
it's,
be
it's
Matthew.
horrible.
Matthew's too good.
Yeah, you can't be Matthew.
Such a beast.
That's why I was trying to invite him, but Jayson was like, "No,
Look,
I need him for the afternoon."
You only need one podcast a day.
Yeah, no, that's a lot.
Only do
He'll be
too
out
much.
of ammo by this afternoon, and then
Shoot a shot.
Sylvan will just watch you jerk off for the afternoon show, and that's no fun.
yeah, exactly.
Well, it is fun, but I mean, not for the viewers or listeners. All 11 of them. Hi, Kaylin.
It's a different kind of podcast.
It's a different. I believe it's called a porno. We're in a base. Does this not look like a porno basement?
Yep.
I'm
yeah,
trying to look. We're building on concepts to build the set.
You can have a casting couch.
Yes,
Okay, good.
yes, we're just gonna have
Is that
cameras
it?
everywhere.
Is that the casting couch?
No, that's the couch that I have sex on regularly.
Yeah, like you have sex,
Regularly,
Jason.
Stefan.
Definitely regularly.
You should see all of the
All of the sex
8 and
things I
9s
do.
He brings.
Where were we?
We were talking about optics again.
Okay.
About
Well,
family things.
This is your job to bring it back, Jake.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
something I
Fine.
forgot.
On Thanksgiving, there was a lot of
Turkey.
family photos and stuff like that, and like we were being pushed around in position. Like we had to take the perfect family photo, and I'm like, I don't want to do any of this. Like I don't care, that we take a spectacular family photo so that she can post it up on, my mom can post it up on like Facebook and like present to the world that we're all and like
We're a good family.
we're a good family, and it's like, no, we have problems.
Well, yeah, but every
Jayson
family
has
does.
problems.
But every family has problems, though. You might if you're able to stand in the same room and take a picture, you might as well, because some families can't even fucking do that.
Dude, that's beyond me. Like, that's crazy.
What do you mean?
Just the whole, like, where families fighting and it's like, oh, the sibling, we hate each other's guts. I'm like,
Yeah, it's
Whoa.
it's bullshit. We've gone through that, and not with my immediate family, but my extended family, and it's like, I don't know. We saw it as kids, me and my cousins, and like with their parents fighting and my mom and everything. But it just made us strive more. Like when we were little, we're like, we can never let this happen to us. Like this is such bullshit that you can't put things aside. My grandma always said, bygones, bygones.
See, that's
her English isn't that good, so she goes, well, it's good, but she goes,
You get the
I
gist.
always say, bygones, bygones. Why can't they just get along? Bygones, bygones.
Yes, Grandma.
Yes, grandma. Bygones, bygones.
Yeah, I mean that's fighting amongst like family members and stuff like that. But like I had a cousin show up and he was kind of arguing with his girlfriend and stuff like that here and there, and I'm like,
Oh, get that shit out of here.
yeah.
Don't bring that in my
Yeah,
house.
yeah, get the fuck out of here.
And like
you don't bring that drama into family. Like,
Don't you bring that
they
in
were
my
working.
house.
They were trying so hard to try and keep it under the rug and shit like that, and like it just bubbled over here and there, and it's like, take this outside. Like don't do this here.
I find that so strange with any couples that fight. It's like, what are you looking at? What's
I'm
going
looking
on?
at the audio.
I'm not used to this. Any couples that fight in front of people, it's like, this is the most awkward fucking thing in the world. Like, just hold on to it. Just save it for later. And honestly, chances are you'll probably chill out a bit by later after you go and like act normally for a bit. Yeah, maybe you're not getting along, but it's the most awkward thing when a couple is like bickering in front of you. Like, oh, I can't. Well, I don't know what the fuck she wants. Well, you never do anything. It's like, what's going on? I don't want anything to do with this. Like, that is the most fucking
Like,
weird thing.
Why show up to a gathering with people just to argue?
That's what I mean. Like, I'm sorry, keep it under wraps or stay home. Like, because nobody wants that shit. Like, fucking deal with it at home. Oh, man. People, they're the worst.
A little bit off topic, but I was going to say, like, when you have a fight with Brianna, do you ever try to do that? Like, okay, let's just take some time away, cool down, come back to her? Or?
Yeah, I've learned a lot in the last 10 years that, because and I think I can speak for most guys, you always want to solve the problem, like, immediately. Like,
Get it done.
well, what is happening here?
is the
Let's
issue?
talk
How
about
do we
this.
solve it?
And
Women
over
women
years,
don't work that way.
I'm still not great at it. Like, but I'm cognizant of it. Like, okay, just need a fucking second. It's like, you need a second to cool off. I need a second. Like, honestly, and if you take a second, go for a drive, something, and just like think a bit. Like most times I'll be like, man, like what the fuck is the matter with me? Like why am I mad about this? Like Jesus, Stefan, and having that time to reflect a little, it also gives time for her to fucking cool off. And it's like, oh yeah, like what are we really fighting about here? Let's talk about it normally and not angry or emotional. Like try to talk about it like rationally. But man, that took me so long to learn because
I mean,
fuck, I'm just the worst.
Stefan goes and cranks one out for some post-nut clarity.
I've solved
Yeah,
the problem.
in my 800 square foot house, me and Brianna are fighting. I'm gonna be in the other room, honey. You're mad at me. You know what? I'm just gonna fucking knock one out of the park here.
Just over here.
Don't come in.
Wait. Actually, I know you're mad, but can you come in? Can you come in?
Can you help?
Yeah, Jayson, that's exactly how it goes. Oh, I hope she doesn't listen to this one.
We had
She
the
doesn't
one.
listen to any of them.
Good.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one. I can't remember, but I was gonna say, at least one thing is when you were talking about with the family photo bullshit. It's just like sometimes for your parents, you just gotta suck up and do some things. Where you're like, okay, family photo, everyone get in position. It'll take 10 minutes.
Okay.
tops.
Okay. Yeah. That's
Just
perfectly
fucking
fine.
Play along.
what do you?
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're not on mic. Yeah. So
Yeah.
what do you feel? How do you feel about like when people bring in their girlfriends or something like that, like into family photos? Because like the general rule in my
can
family
crop
at this
them out.
point. Yeah, the general rule at my family is they stay on the outside edges.
They actually plan for that.
Yeah.
shit? Oh,
It just
man.
depends on the amount of time because like that was a huge deal with Brianna because we didn't get married for fucking not with Brianna, like within my family it was like, well, you guys aren't married, so can't be in the picture, just in case. And it's like we've been together for 6 fucking years, like fuck off. 1 or 2 years, I get that. Like
Yeah.
couple years, yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, you don't have to be in this picture or whatever. Like,
I
it
think
doesn't.
that's,
But it doesn't matter. You look at the picture,
Yeah.
you go, oh yeah, there's so and so's fucking boyfriend from 2012.
yeah. Oh, they were dating and then they broke up. It was
Yeah.
a sad thing. Oh, he was a nice boy. I think
He was a nice
did
boy. He
this,
played
did-
football.
Yeah.
I think he's a lawyer.
I think he's a lawyer now.
Okay,
He's a
I'm
doctor.
Done. I'm done with that.
I know my accents aren't good. But yeah, no, it's just, I think it's whatever. Put them in the photo, and then, like Stefan said, it can be a thing to talk about later. It can be a story.
Yeah.
And who the fuck looks at photos anyways? I mean,
Yeah, who actually looks at photos?
parents.
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
It's the generation above us.
The Facebook.
So I was thinking, like, I have barely any photos of myself in the past 6 or
Yeah.
7 years. Because I don't do selfies.
You don't do selfies.
I don't
and
do
you're on
selfies.
social
I'm not
media.
on social media. So I looked through my phone, and there was 2 times I took photos. And one was I did a weird hairstyle, so I sent it to my sister. And the other one was I chipped my tooth.
Ray,
So I want a picture
I
of
would
it.
say I probably have more photos of you on my phone than you have of you in your entire life.
You want to tell me about that, Jason?
I take a lot of photos of the podcast just to document some stuff.
Yeah. So, yeah. I don't know. Photos, it's like.
I get it. It's nice to look back at, like, it's nice to see some photos because it's memories. It's like, oh, we did this thing. That was cool.
You good? I don't know.
Oh, do I need to be
I don't
closer?
know.
No, he's fine. He's fine.
My voice
I mean,
projects like a
yeah.
motherfucker.
You do.
Yeah,
If anything, I should
him
be
and Dan.
further.
Him and Dan can be like, hey.
Yeah.
Mad lean. I want to lean back too. Fuck off. I can understand when it's like, this feels stupid.
I like it. I think.
This feels
No,
really
no.
stu-
Keep it going.
Where, Jason? Where am I going to put it down? My dick? You want me to plant it right there?
Just grow semi. You rest it on that.
It's, my,
That was really hard for you to grow a semi.
it's not there yet.
Jason, take off your shirt. You want to be a star, don't you? What
yeah.
were you saying?
Like I can understand photos with like special events where it's like, oh, this is us playing the soccer game where we won the championship,
Yeah.
or this is a hunting shot.
Yeah. But I like, yeah, to me, it's memories. It's like, it's cool. It is cool to look back on social media because that's where it's all stored. To look back and go like, man, like that was 10 years ago. That's pretty cool. Like, this was whatever, so-and-so's grad or fucking Christmas that year, or we did that thing. We went to that concert. Like, one of my favorite pictures is me, you, and Matt at Sum 41 in like 2014. And it's like, actually, I have more pictures of you than you. But that's just like a really cool picture that I'm like, man, like, fucking look at that. Like,
And
that
it
was so cool.
helps you remember it too, where you're like, that concert's kind of fuzzy, and then you see that picture and you're like, oh,
It all comes
man,
back.
Yes.
Exactly. So I'm pro picture.
Sometimes,
gonna
yeah,
get
they're
controversial.
I'm anti-picture.
Well, I mean, like even now,
I didn't know it
what's-
was a stance, but I'm on it.
Here we are.
even now, what shows up in my like sort of like reminders, like, hey, look back at this month last year or something like that, or a couple of years ago. It's like our New Zealand photos start popping up.
That's like, yeah, same with Europe. Europe with me is just like these photos pop up that Brianna took 1 million of in Europe. And it's just like, man, that is so cool. Like, you just, that was 5 years ago. And you're like, oh, yeah, there's Venice, there's fucking Germany, there's Spain. And you're like, cool. I remember this all now. It's just, I don't know. It's, whatever. Nostalgia. Like, it's warm, fuzzy thoughts. You're like, that was cool.
Yeah, it's good things.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need in
I'm
this
pro
world.
picture.
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
pro
I
photo.
want to go back to the family photo thing, because another thing just popped up in my mind. Was last Christmas, me and my family all went down to Seattle to go spend some time with family there, and my brother's girlfriend's down there.
Uh-huh.
And it was the first time that my mom was meeting her. And I remember it was Christmas, and we were all taking family photos, and my mom was very adamant that we take a family photo with just the 3 boys and my 2 parents.
But how long have they been dating?
A year and a half.
And there's
I think that's fair.
There's no other girlfriends, no other spouses. It was just the boys and the family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like,
well, I mean,
everyone wants a photo
my
of
dad.
Yeah.
Or sorry, not my dad. My brother's the only one with a significant other. Me and my brother are, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
it's. I
No,
mean,
that-
she's like after a year and a half. You're not. I'm sorry, you're not part of the family.
That,
There's-
and
it's
it was the first time she was meeting my parents too. So
Yeah,
it makes
like
sense.
I don't.
Did she say anything?
Yeah, was
No.
anyone pissed about it? There was no drama.
Well, I
about it?
mean,
I
I
didn't
didn't
say
hear
that,
anything. I didn't hear anything about it.
Behind the scenes though, pissed.
Uh-huh.
Girl, should have seen it.
Oh, you're a queen. At Alexi's wedding, just air some laundry here. Mom wanted Brianna to, like, I was sitting with Brianna at the wedding, and we'd only been dating 10 months, but it's not a picture or anything. It's literally sitting, and she was sitting with me at the wedding in the church, and my mom wanted her to sit in the back. And it was like it was the most, and I don't swear much in a church, but I went, are you fucking kidding me? She's like, well, she doesn't have to sit with family. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like, fuck off. I don't care. This is not, I'm not telling you to sit in the back. Like, are you fucked? It was bizarre. It was like, is that what I was going to say? You know what, Brianna? Take a fucking hike. You know?
Can you just sit in the back with no one
Like,
else?
It was outrageous.
Yeah.
Like, what is your mom trying to, I guess, say with you just sitting with, like, without her in the family? Like, are you, like, is she trying to say that, hey, Stefan's single? Like,
Do you try to understand Picasso paintings? No, they're just nuts. So
Maybe it's like, this is a very special family occasion and we want to be
It's not-
family together. And you're like, all right.
I mean, like, I get for, like, photos and stuff like
I
that. maybe that's
understand
important.
for photos, and
But,
so
like-
and so did Brianna, and it was like it was so
The
bizarre.
fact that it was just like, yeah, you're sitting
You're
at a church.
sitting here.
Your mom doesn't want people who maybe catches a glimpse in the corner of their fucking eye. Because, I mean, like,
Because they're looking at me, not the bride.
yeah, they're not looking. The point of this wedding.
Brianna did look pretty hot, so
the
maybe
point
that
of this
was
we-
it.
Yeah, the point of this wedding is not the bride and
You're
groom.
distracted.
Yeah.
The point of the wedding is not the bride and groom standing at the altar. It's the family.
It was-
Like,
yeah, that just brought that to mind. It was just like, wow, that was odd. I got a million stories like that, but they're not for the air.
For the year.
You end up complaining about that stuff, about how crazy things are, and you end up looking crazy. So, and I mean, you know, still my mom and my parents and my family. So, you know, I don't like speaking ill of that, especially on the air. But
Oh, yeah.
in general, it's just not. It's not great to think about. Bygones.
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 I was gonna say with that, it's when you're talking about two people about that kind of stuff, you're always harping on the negative,
Yeah.
and then people only get the negative. And you're
Exactly.
Like, no, but there's good too. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not telling you the good part.
It's like it's when people what's the saying? It's like never complain to family about your significant other, because you'll be able to forgive them, but they won't. So like, don't ever go and bitch about your wife or your husband or your boyfriend. And it's true. Like I've seen that with like Brianna's siblings. If they say something, so and so did this and did that, and it's like that's what you hear is the negative, and then you got to hang out with the guy, and you're like, you kind of fucking suck.
Yeah.
Like don't tell your mom about that. Don't tell your sister and your brother-in-law about that. I mean, you really shouldn't be talking about. You shouldn't be talking about anyone. I get the need to vent,
Yeah.
but talking about people is just
Gossip.
bad.
and that's why we do it on a forum.
Yeah,
where
on a forum where everyone can
on
hear.
YouTube.
when nobody watches us anyways.
Hi, Kaylin. Hi, Matthew's parents.
Can we just talk about Stefan? What a piece of shit. I mean,
Actually, you know what? I was with my. There's a couple people, like my uncle in Thunder Bay. He's like that, and Curtis too. My buddy Curtis. You know Curtis and Nier,
Yeah.
farmer. He's really good at this, and I admire it about him. He just changes the subject. Like you'll because you're tempted to say something like, oh, fucking so and so is doing this, and he'll either say something kind of nice, or he'll like, oh, that sucks, and then he'll change the subject because he doesn't like talking about people. And I'm like, man, is that fucking like admirable? It's like something to strive for. Like, yeah, everyone's got their issues, but he just doesn't like talking about people. Same with my uncle. He's more accented. He's like, I don't like talking about people when they're not here. I don't like talking about people. And
We just do it all the time. Matthew's a piece of shit, and Dan's a piece of shit too.
it's different when you're friends and when you're actually serious.
And we'll tell it to their face.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you'll tell-
Yeah.
my on my hockey team the other day, a guy was bitching about my brother, and I'm just because he plays on a hockey team with him too, and I'm like, I don't feel like talking shit about my brother, especially when he's not here. Like, it's more fun when he's here, and he's like, yeah, that's true. It's more fun beaking him when he's here. And it's like, yeah, like I don't want to fucking bash my brother. Like he's not here right now. It's
It's almost like it's in jest and it's fun when they're there because then
It
they're
is.
there and you know you're beaking.
That way they
Yeah.
can defend themselves,
Yeah.
and they can make fun of you too.
yeah.
Right? When it's just one-sided, it's like, why?
You're just shitting on someone.
I think we made a crack about Connor the one time, and it was like, he's not here. Like, fuck, that would be like so much funnier if you said that to his face. Like, it's not nearly as funny if you can't hear it because you're not afraid to say something because you're friends. You're not afraid to say something in front of them. But it was like he just wasn't there. I'm like, fuck, I really wish we could have.
he would have enjoyed that one.
He would have enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
He's pretty good on
Yeah, but it would have been funny.
slinging that mud and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he throws a lot, so you have to be able to take some too.
Yeah, you got to be able to take it.
Take it out.
up the butt.
Dude, I'm just such a fiend for gossip though.
Oh yeah,
Like I hate.
that's
drama.
why your mom likes to vent to you.
Oh yeah, and I just love hearing the stories and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is I don't want any drama in my life. I don't want any shit happening in my life.
But
But I'll just hear other
Yeah.
people's things.
You're a very good listener. That's why.
Okay, I want to ask you guys how you
Oh, I
feel
don't want
about
to listen.
other people who try to project something that they're not on the social medias and stuff like that.
On the
Because
social media.
hey,
Okay, Grandma.
yeah.
Put it on the Google.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, like during Thanksgiving, I was helping prepare the Thanksgiving dinner and stuff like that all throughout the day. And a little cousin who was like, I don't know, like 16 years old, was just there snapping photos and stuff like that for like Instagram. She's like, yeah, it makes it look like she's helping out when in reality,
man, I hate
she's
that.
not. She's not.
That's the worst. Yeah. That's
I was like, get the fuck out of the kitchen. I don't
yeah,
need you here.
Yeah. Don't take your fucking photos if you're not. You shouldn't. Taking photos is like those kind of photos is stupid half the time.
Anti-photo.
Ah, we caught you. We caught you.
You caught me in my
So
web of
fucking
lies.
Stupidly specific bullshit.
Yeah.
Anyways, sorry.
I hear what you're saying, but I'm gonna respond emotionally. Trump's a liar. Now I'll just talk about the economy and completely ignore what you said.
Is that from something?
My brother showed me this video last night. It's like how people argue now. Oh, we'll watch it later.
We'll watch it later.
Fuck, was it
But let's
funny.
get back to
Okay,
this.
sorry.
My cousin, my 16-year-old
Sorry,
cousin,
Jayson.
taking photos of her pretending to help out
That's bullshit.
in the kitchen.
So what did you do?
I told her.
Did
I told
tell
her.
fuck off.
Yeah. I'm like, go take your shit elsewhere. You're just an extra body in the kitchen that I don't need.
Yeah, you're just a waste of skin. Did
Exactly.
you say that?
Yeah, well, no. I mean, I really wanted to, but like, it's family. I can't really say that.
You can. You should be able to say anything to family.
I can say that to you guys, but I can't say that to family.
Yeah, people have different relationships, I guess.
I was just wondering how you feel about like I don't know
The fakeness of it, or
the
what?
fakeness of it, or like the touristy-ness of it.
Yeah, that documenting everything of your life and putting it up for the world is just like you crave attention that badly. It's like I just feel bad for you. You know, there's people that do that and just post constantly, and it's like you must have some like the more someone posts about how great their husband or so and so is. I'm not saying don't do it.
I mean, like, there's certain things,
It's
like-
whatever. People like Brianna will put something up on my birthday or anniversary or something, and
Or like, if you do something nice, get her flowers or something like that. She's like, oh,
yeah,
loving
like,
husband.
Yeah, but like it's the people that constantly go like, "Oh, I'm so lucky. Oh, my husband's so great, so good to me." And it's like, I know you. I know you're.
That's
I
a
know
lie.
that's a fucking lie.
You're lying.
You fucking bitch about him all the time. Like, shut up. So, it's fakeness bugs me in general.
It's all
Fakeness
optics.
bugs
Like
me.
they try to project all of this.
Optics.
He's tying it in.
It's like in Die Hard when they say the word die. They don't say.
It's
You
all
just
about.
Die.
It's
all
when you
about-
say the title of a movie in a movie. You
Yeah,
know.
it's like that episode of Family Guy. It's like, I'm a Family Guy, and he's like, you said it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like that.
Yeah.
Optics.
Yeah, but it's like it's like you're trying to project something that I know for goddamn sure that ain't true.
I just hate fakeness in general. Like,
Because it's like, who are you trying to impress? Just strangers on the internet?
Yeah.
What the fuck's the point?
Yeah, exactly.
Because like
But it's insecurity.
well, your example is hilarious to me because that's the whole thing is they post it and anyone who knows them knows it's
It's
fake.
not true.
So anyone who believes it is people that don't know you. And
Yeah.
then why the fuck do you care what people who don't know you?
Yeah.
It reminds me a lot about like when Facebook first started, like when we were back in high school.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, oh, I'm feeling sad, and someone goes, oh, what's wrong? It's like, I don't want to talk.
I don't have to.
Oh my
What?
God.
Status. Bitches be crazy. What happened?
I don't want to
I
talk
don't want
about
to
it.
talk about it.
Okay, well, when
Sounds
you
like
want
you
to
do
talk,
wanna talk
about,
about it.
I'll be on Newgrounds. I'll be playing stick figure death.
I will. When you want to talk about it, I will not be paying attention.
I'll be on addicting games.
Exactly.
But it's that, yeah, it's that craving for attention and that dopamine bump of a fucking like and
Yeah, so it's that. It's a different form of getting.
It's drugs.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like some kind of.
It is. It's
So-
people crave the attention because they don't
Yeah.
they don't like. I'm not saying everyone, but it
Yeah.
just seems that way. That it's like you don't have. I don't know. You obviously it seems like you don't enjoy life that much, so you need to do this to get validation. It's like I don't know. I just feel bad for you. You go for a walk in the park.
I don't understand.
you know,
It's like
have a
some
beer.
people are like, oh, I have thousands of followers on like Instagram or something like that. I'm like, I have 5 friends that I can say racial slurs to and they'll laugh.
We have 11 friends on a podcast, so you can say anything on it. Anything. Insert racist joke now. Say the N-word, Rheal. Say it.
Nigeria.
That was a close one. People that annoy you. Oh, I don't want to say it. Oh, it's
you can
naggers.
Naggers.
Oh. Okay, sorry, Jayson. I'm very hungover.
Yeah.
Very
And the
tired.
fact that in our group of friends, I'm the only visible. I don't like saying
Yeah.
invisible minority, even though like my people make up like 20% of the world.
Yeah, like, fuck you saying minority. Like, get out of town.
I can check off the box.
I know,
when
but you
applying
can,
for things.
I fucking hate that box. You know what? We were talking about this with my brother. We want an olive box. It's like, are you a visible minority? I get stopped at airports because these bushy fucking eyebrows. This one big eyebrow. I want an olive box, or I'll just start fucking checking off Arab because they'll be like, oh yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
I got Iraqi friends that are whiter than me. Fuck.
Yeah.
Well,
Shit. I'm not getting the joke here.
no, I'm just saying it doesn't. Like, I give a fuck what you look like or who you are. Like, we're all the same.
Okay, I want to ask Ray because he's not on the social medias.
Quit grasping your microphone like that.
Is there
I have the power.
like what do you not what do you feel like that doesn't bring into your life to have?
How can he know what he doesn't
Wait,
have?
can you rephrase that? I don't understand
Sorry,
that question
what
whatsoever.
Sorry, why do you feel like that's not an aspect that's important to you?
Oh, well, like, it seemed really good back in the day when it first started with that whole keep in touch with friends,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
people you haven't seen in forever. But then I realized pretty quickly, all the friends I hang out with on like a daily weekend basis, and everyone else I don't give a fuck about. So
Yeah.
why would I care?
Now, and other than that, like now it's just become political.
Yeah, now it's
Fodder.
a whole BS whatever.
Yeah.
So maybe it helped that I never got at a young age introduced to that whole likeness high where it's like I need people to like and post and subscribe. So I have no need for that whatsoever.
Okay, speaking of which, like and subscribe to the video.
Yeah.
Ha!
I don't need you.
We don't need you.
Don't listen
Yeah.
to this podcast.
Get out of here.
All right,
I did
continue,
for
Ray.
myself. But yeah, so it's like there's absolutely no inkling whatsoever in my mind where I'm like, if I take a photo, I could post online and someone might like it. Nothing. Doesn't even pop into my head.
Yeah.
So
I really appreciate the people that actually use it for what it seems like it was the start of. It's like family photos of like our friends have some kids and they're like, look how big our kids are getting and this
Or
is
like
them
you want
playing
to
in the
share some
leaves.
good news. Hey, I got a job,
Yeah,
or I'm
yeah.
getting married.
Yeah, I'm getting married and
Or even
bought a
the-
house, all that shit. Like that's
Or
good
even
to
the-
share. It's
like-
interesting.
yeah, or like you guys are, it's like, hey, we're in Thailand right now. Here's some photos. Like, man, this is super awesome.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
But when it turns into that whole like, I'm traveling and I'm better than you and look at where I am now. It's like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's like
So, and another part of that is with that whole idea of not caring what other people think is that whole not trying to fake it, where it's like my life is so great, I'm traveling all the time and I just got this brand new car and I got this brand new thing. I'm like, I'm not trying to impress
Yeah,
anyone.
my life is awful. Fuck off.
Yeah. Or it's like I could buy a brand new TV and I'll show my friends either with a picture on my phone.
Because you're like, look how cool this is.
Yeah,
guys.
dude, like, I bought this phone or TV. Let's watch something on it, and it's gonna look great. Like,
Guys, look, you can see all of the pores in this porn star's
see
face.
every pixel of the face.
But Rheal, you're like the I like to think that I don't give a fuck, but I strive to be your level of not give a fuck what people think.
Okay, but that may be a bit of me putting on airs because there is obviously a whole like. Well, I have
there
to
are
look
certain things.
I know
respectable
you.
and
I know, and that's good. That's the good balance of it, but not
yeah,
not faking it or like needing anyone's approval. Like I like to think I don't. Ask Brianna when I embarrass her. Could you not always yell,
not?
Stefan? I could always not yell.
but I choose not to.
I choose not to. But your level is something to strive for, in my opinion, of just not caring what people think, because it's hard to not care what people think, because that's, I don't know, that's how you're born and raised.
We are social beings.
Yeah, butterflies.
Yeah.
You have to fit into the society.
Yeah, so you're constantly seeking approval, constantly,
Yeah.
and it's like like I said, I like to think I don't give a fuck, but I mean sometimes you do. Sometimes you're like, wow, I don't know, I'd like to, I can tell myself I don't care what people think. I can tell myself that, but it's not 100% true,
Oh yeah.
right?
Well, that's what the whole trying to convince yourself type thing.
Yeah.
And I talked about it either in the My Buddy or the something where it's like trying to convince yourself of something, where it's just like, I'm not going to care what people think, and then you find yourself putting on the nice shirt and doing up your hair real nice, and you're like, damn it.
Yeah, but there's also some self-confidence to that too, right? Like getting dressed a little nicer and
Right.
feeling good and confident.
Right.
That's actually not for other people. That's actually for you.
Right.
Right?
I'm trying to think. Okay, so like, let's think about the whole caring what other people think. Are we thinking appearances? Are we thinking the way you act and portray yourself? Are we thinking like things, like your car you're driving, or
I like to think, I think bad is like things. And I like to think good is not caring what other people think about your behavior and
Maybe your
the way you look,
hobbies.
as long as you're respectful.
Okay.
And that's that line where it's like, you shouldn't necessarily care what people think, but you should give them a level of respect so that you're like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say whatever I want and fuck you, and like that's too far the one way.
That's a little too far
Right.
one way. And
Yeah.
it's like I mean, with the way you dress or whatever, we come to this decently well. Sometimes I'm gonna throw him under the bus again. Dan shows up in just a tank top and his greasy ass, sweats.
whatever
Yeah.
those pants are
that
you drag out of.
but for a podcast, like
That's
whatever.
perfectly fine. Yeah,
We,
but like
we see them, we go.
But
"Ah."
going to the bar, maybe not. Maybe throw on some
jeans.
jeans.
Yeah, jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah. So it's a fine line between like respect, self-respect, and but also being yourself. It is a fine line.
Actually, I like how you put that. Where it's just that idea of respect for others, because that is important. You can't just be an asshole.
You can't not like as much as I love to not give a fuck what other people think, you still need to like show some amount of respect to people and like
It's just
just
common
don't be an
courtesy
asshole.
almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like don't be a dick.
yeah. I
Easy.
guess one thing I was thinking with this whole like not giving a fuck what other people think things is, for me, I'm kind of always trying to hide like the manga anime shit.
Yeah.
So I always keep that to myself, kind of thing. So like at work or something, when I'm with a coworker, they're like, "Oh, what do you like to do in your hobbies?" I'm like, "Oh, I watch TV." "Oh, what are you watching?" And I'll go, "Cartoons."
Oh.
And just trying to play it off and change the subject or whatever.
Because you do care.
I care what people think, so I'd rather not bring it up to not even go.
Because you don't want them to think like, oh, that's fucking weird. But
yeah.
is it?
It's getting more normal, but I think there's still.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
still- it's
If you're
still
talking
niche.
if you're talking to someone that's maybe like around your parents' age or something like that, it might be a little weird.
Yeah.
But like if you're hanging out with like people around your age, it might be a little more.
I think it's a bit more
Open.
normal, but it's just still. I'd rather just dodge the subject. So
Yeah.
And
Instead of dodging the subject, do you think like maybe you should just put it out there? Like, you might think this is fucking weird, but I really enjoy anime.
you could, but
Like,
I
if you
almost-
kind of got ahead of it, you know what I mean?
Yes, I see where you're coming from. That'd be one way to do it, but I almost see that as like not as bad, but kind of get into that, say, like a vegan thing where it's just like, hey, I'm vegan, nice to meet you.
Yeah,
and
but,
it's like, why are you
but that's
throwing
not
this
what
in
you're
my face?
doing though.
You're not pushing it into people's faces.
Say,
Like, hey,
if
I
someone
like
asked
anime
asked
or
you
I
what
like
you
manga.
like,
Yeah.
you know,
This is
it
what I
just-
enjoy.
What do you enjoy doing?
Yeah.
I like this.
It still seems
It's like, you know,
It
you
definitely is easier.
it's
It's
definitely
easier.
you can mention it once. I like butt stuff, but then, you know, they're gonna not pry into it.
They're gonna remember you as the guy who likes butt stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know where I was trying to go with that, but it's gone, and I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna try and acrobat that. I'm far too.
All right, you know what?
over for this.
Yeah, we're gonna call it there. We've been going on for an hour
Already?
now. Yeah. I'm gonna have to cut some shit out. I'm pretty sure, but
What? What are you gonna have to cut out?
I don't
Maybe
know
the
how.
whole race thing?
Yeah,
cut
yeah.
out
That's
Stefan.
that's where it's sort
You
of
know, if you can't
slogged down.
properly articulate that sense of a subject, it's like, yeah, maybe just fucking cut her. I don't think I'd be okay.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
because
you
I
have
mean,
to dodge around the issue a little bit.
Well, it's so hard to articulate yourself properly, and then it's recorded forever, and you're like, well, someone can always go back to that and be like, you said this, and it's like, yeah, it's like you said, it's easier to just go, just delete it. Like,
Yeah,
fuck
let's
that.
just not.
yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
could throw in a story that's could sound racist, I'm sure.
Yeah, you can misconstrue anything nowadays. Like,
So, I was in Wainwright this week, and I ordered a pizza from Domino's, and I went to pick it up, and they had a list of people like waiting for your order, and mine's 5 minutes left. Okay, and then eventually it got to the point where there was another guy who had an order, and they just stacked a bunch of boxes on top of each other, and they accidentally gave him my pizza.
oh yeah,
So he walked out, and so it's this older guy, probably like mid-50s, and I don't know what his heritage or
Yeah,
race or whatever
that's the right word.
heritage is. He had like the turban on. Good
oh, yeah.
good English, but really thick accent.
Yep.
And he's just like,
Are you gonna do the accent?
no, well,
I know, I'm just kidding.
I'll try, but it's gonna be terrible. No, it's just, and it was so, it's funny to me, and not in a mean racist way. I just loved hearing it, where he's looking at the thing, and he looks at the order, goes, oh no,
yeah.
shoot, oh darn.
Yeah.
Oh no! And then he looks at me. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I gave away your pizza. It's gonna be like another 6 minutes."
Yeah.
I'm like, that's fine, dude.
He was just so upset by it.
And I loved hearing. Oh no! Oh shoot! I'm just laughing.
But even that can be construed as racist. Like,
Yeah.
how dare you laugh at someone's
You're
accent? It's
laughing
like,
at someone? I'm like,
no,
it was funny.
It was funny. Like, you can't fucking control what's funny.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ.
If you want to laugh at me because I have this English accent, go fucking for it.
Exactly. It's
If I say a boot, yeah, laugh away.
exactly right. So I don't know. You can't control what you laugh at. There's so many times where I'll say something and someone will laugh and be like, "Oh my god, you can't say that." I'm like, obviously I can because you thought it was fucking hilarious.
You laugh.
You laugh.
You're an accomplice.
We
now.
have a friend named Dan who just absolutely blurts out random shit.
Yeah.
And we find it fucking hilarious. There's been several times where, like, on the podcast, it's just like the last little bit of the podcast.
Yeah.
I'll just clip it and stick it out front because it's fucking hilarious.
What the fuck?
What is that?
I'm gonna
fuck
fuck your wife.
I'm gonna sodomize.
That's
I'm
it.
gonna
I'm
sodomize my wife.
I'm a sodomize my wife. Like, what the fuck?
Dan.
It's like
you
it's
can't.
like
Dan.
Dan. It was like, well, yeah,
It's
another
still
one.
the same.
Another one. He ends off with like, I got a rash on my genitals. What?
Thanks, Dan. But yeah, so like you said, could sound racist. If you want to take it as a racist comment, go for it. But
I'll probably-
I mean, and that's
Yeah.
to each their own, right? It's just I can't stand how people just get ripped apart for having an opinion now. It's like, this is my opinion. Like,
Change it. If you don't like it, provide me the facts to change it.
Provide me the information and persuade me otherwise.
Yeah.
And don't fucking get emotional about it. Just talk about it. Jesus Christ, it's like
Okay.
now with Jake, we're not recording, right?
We're gonna.
okay.
Oh, I thought you were done recording.
No, we're gonna cut off there. I gotta
I thought
say
we were already
goodbye.
cut off.
I gotta say goodbye to everybody because
thought
that's a polite thing to do.
I thought we were already cut off.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Now I can't. I guess I'll see you guys later. My son Donnie.
He's a good boy.
Good boy. I had him circumcised, so you know he's good with God.
Hey, he's a single man. He's a doctor. You should really
You should see him. I'll give you his number. Are we done now?
Yeah, we're done now.
Stop me, please.